Yeah, I understand. I could
You're
come
probably
down.
not gonna see me. I'm just letting you know you're not gonna see me. Because in order to get both y'all in the shot, I can't be right here and get you two.
No, that's why he knows what he's.
No, I'm not going to be able to get the two of you standing this close to you. I need to come out so I
You're
can
talking about
see the both of you. Right.
a photo. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm too close. I can't.
Okay.
So you may not see me in the monitor.
On the monitor, but we'll hear you.
But I can't get
guess.
the both of y'all in the shot if I'm sitting right there.
Okay. Well, we'll see what he says, because when he sees you do that, then I don't know what he's going to do.
I should have brought my little.
Peace, family. This is Brother Ben Rod. Thanks for checking out Keepin' It 100.
Oh.
If you want to reach us, you can email us at 100podcasting@gmail.com. That is 100podcasting@gmail.com. Or if you want to chat a little bit, you can call us 980-206-2004. That's 980-206-204. Thank you once again for checking out Keepin' It 100.
What's going on, family? What's going on? This is your host, Brother Ben Ra, with my co-host, Sister Joie Cook, who's right here on the side. And we got the great...
everyone.
What's happening? And we got the great... Let me tell you something. This man right here is a legend in his own right. Okay? If you don't know, now you know. We got the great buff Jazz Dillard in the building. What's happening, my brother?
Everything is good, bro.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing?
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Everything good.
Good,
Everything
good. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you gotta come on in. All right. Well, we're basically just gonna move forward. So, Buff, we're gonna start with this. Pretty much, how did Buff Jazz Dillard get started in this music business? What inspired you to be the legend that you are today?
But first of all, I have to give honor to my Heavenly Father.
Absolutely.
I didn't ask for any of this.
Right.
My family, on my dad's side, is totally like music.
Okay.
The word.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So he and all of his brothers were musicians or are musicians, the ones that are still living. And I just grew up around music, around the house, the talk, at family get-togethers.
Right.
My grandmother's house, my father's mother, in church.
Right.
And it's always been a part of my life ever since I was a baby.
Okay.
I had no idea
Right.
that I would be where I am today.
Right.
I appreciate the kind words and accolades. I don't see myself as a legend. I probably never will.
Right.
I'm just happy to do what God has me here doing.
Yes.
At this time on this earth.
Yes.
Touching people by use of my craft, my gift,
Right.
and I like to call it my destiny. Many times I've tried to walk away and it just didn't work.
Right. I got you. I mean, I've listened to some of your music on Facebook.
Okay.
And I've checked out, of course, you performed at Joy's event that she had, not that long ago over in Fayetteville.
Right.
But I mean, it's nothing like seeing you with your band and how you do things.
Yeah.
I mean, I've checked that out. I sat there just listening. I said, man, this brother's on point. And I know Joy has told me about you, in the past. you know, in the recent past. Like, hey,
Excuse me.
this,
Right.
yeah, this brother is on point.
Thank
you know, and you got to see him. You got to see how it works. You know, so. But let me ask you this: how did you actually get started? Who were your influences?
My father,
Okay.
saxophonist, actually, is what I wanted to play.
Okay.
But as I was getting older from a baby,
Mm-hmm.
my father stopped playing what was called rock and roll back in the day.
Right.
He played with Tina Turner, Otis Redding, and James Brown
Right.
when they were on the Eastern Board.
Okay.
And, you know, I didn't find out about that, of course, until I got older. My mom
Right.
would talk about it.
Right.
Dad, he really wouldn't talk about it because he had crossed over into ministry.
Right.
But hearing him play the sax around the house, seeing him play it at church, and then belonging to a church at the time that was centered around music and instruments, I was just intrigued.
Right.
I was intrigued by it. Didn't want to play. My first instrument was the drums.
Okay.
And the whole time I was playing drums, I was
Okay.
playing trombone.
Okay.
And a lot of people knew me from the trombone, didn't know I played drums.
Right. Right.
But I went from drums to upright bass.
Okay.
The orchestra, because the goal was to transition
Right.
to the electric bass.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
It never happened. Because in school, once we moved to Philadelphia, my father, the ministry moved us to Philadelphia.
Okay.
The music instructors found out I could play trombone. I didn't tell them. I sat in the back of the classroom,
Right.
the band, playing nothing for about
Right.
2 years.
Okay.
And one day the teacher was late. And I was in the band room, found the trombone, and just started wailing on it.
Right.
He walks
Gotcha.
in, everybody
Gotcha.
else got quiet. I didn't
Right.
see him.
Right.
And he called me out.
Right.
Dillard, what you doing with that horn? Come out
Right.
here. And the rest was history. He
That's what's up.
put me on inner city, all city jazz bands with other schools.
Right.
I got a chance to play with Count Basie before he passed.
Oh,
I got a
that's great.
chance to kick it with Pieces of a Dream,
Right.
who graduated from the same high school that I did.
Oh,
So
cool.
we had the same high school music teacher.
Right. Right.
And that's where it all started. Before I knew it, I was on television and the newspapers and stuff like that. So
Right.
I still was taking it light. I was like, I'm just having fun. I don't know what this is. You know, I'm
Okay.
just humble.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but it budded into
Okay.
something that you see now.
Okay, so tell everybody where are you from? Are you from the Charlotte, North Carolina area, or are you from a different area?
I'm actually born. I was born in Greenville,
Greenville.
South Carolina.
Okay.
Born, half raised.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
my father going into ministry, the ministry moved us around from place to place.
Right.
And therefore we lived in Anderson, South Carolina
Okay.
for about, I believe it was maybe 2.5 years.
Okay.
Then Deering, Georgia.
Never heard of Deer.
No, a lot of people don't even know what that is.
Where is that at?
We lived in Thompson, but the church was in Deering.
Okay.
It's way deep down south, real hot.
Down south.
Down south. And we were there 3.5 years, and then the ministry moved us to Charlotte.
Okay.
We were in Charlotte 7.5 years,
Okay.
close to 8 years,
Right.
before moving to Philly.
Right.
And so that's why I decided to come back to Charlotte. I mean, I lived here growing up longer than anywhere else, and I
Right.
fell in love with it. When I came back, it wasn't what I thought it was.
Gotcha.
Because I'm older, things
Right.
change,
Right.
people change. But decided to just set up here. I didn't leave. And my parents, eventually my sisters, they moved back to Charlotte. So
Gotcha.
we're all here now.
Well, so how was the music scene when you came back to Charlotte? How was the music scene when you actually started to get into performing and matter of fact, first off, your band.
Yeah.
Your band is great.
Thank you.
How did you find them boys? well, I mean, shout out to the band.
Yeah, shout out to the
Y'all are no
guys.
joke.
Bonejazz crew.
Yeah. Tell us how you connected with those brothers.
Well, when I first came back to Charlotte from Philly, I actually went to Greenville, then back to Philly, and then to Charlotte.
Okay.
It's a whole nother story.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that.
It's another
some
2
other time.
hours. But yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, that's some stuff you might need to know. But anyways, when I got back here, I was performing in churches.
Okay.
And I stopped. I mentioned earlier that I tried to leave it alone. It just didn't work. I
Okay.
stopped, and because I just didn't feel like it was going anywhere. But I was having, and this might be off the beaten path, but I'm going to tell you anyways. I was having these sounds in my, I've always heard music up above my head.
Okay.
I call it crazy, call it a gift, whatever.
Right,
I
right,
can
right.
hear, and what I hear, I can play.
Right.
Perform is a gift. But it was unique.
Mm-hmm.
It was the trombone out front of a jazz band opposed to the lead guitar, trumpet, a vocalist.
Right.
And so I decided one day to try to put it together. After playing in several churches and with Pastor John P. Key, doing that whole time I was with him, and I decided, look, this is not going anywhere, and
Right.
not where I wanted to go.
Right.
I just felt lost, alienated.
Gotcha.
So I started hearing these tunes, and I started putting them together. I built a studio and started messing around with the keyboard. Da 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 da. I said, okay, so how can I make this come to life?
Right.
Because nobody's doing this.
Right.
This is before a whole lot of trombonists that you hear of today. And I'm like, I want to do it. I believe I can make it work. And
Right.
the band I have now is not the same band. This is probably maybe the third or fourth crew.
Okay.
But keep in
Wasn't
contact with
bad.
all those guys. I
Yeah.
keep in contact with everybody that's ever performed with me, and they're on a list. I'm marketed as a solo artist. I subcontract my musicians to come and perform with me, whether
Right.
I'm here, Atlanta, Alabama, Maryland,
Right.
Charlotte, Columbia, all the areas that I perform in, Philly.
Yes.
So that's how that works.
Okay.
It wasn't always like that. We were a band,
Right.
and the original name of the band was Unique Blend.
Okay.
Those cats still around. They can
Okay.
still get down.
Okay. I got you.
Been thinking about doing a reunion album, but
You should.
We're thinking about it.
You should.
We're thinking
You
about
should
it.
because, like I said, some of the sounds that I've heard is absolutely on point.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're
it.
welcome, my brother. And hit now. How about some of your influences from back in the days? Now, tell me how they influenced you as far as some of the notes that you play. I mean, was there one particular person that you tried to kind of pattern yourself
Really?
after a little bit?
There isn't.
Okay.
I've always strived and dreamt and desired with all of me
Okay.
the core to be different and do something different.
Right.
If you talk about people that inspired me, there's one trombonist,
Right.
and I would have to say the only musician is my uncle Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel Dillard. He toured his entire career, most of his career, with Peebo Bryson and the Crosswings before Peebo went solo.
Okay.
And he, for the lack of words, dissed his band that was, to me, it was equal to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know. People had that crew.
Right.
So growing up, I got to go to some of the shows and go backstage and meet people, sit on the bandstand with the guys, and that just resonated. That stuck with me. But
Right.
my Uncle Daniel, he still didn't play the style that I have.
Right.
But he played the trombone, and the way he could go from a lower register to a higher register with no effort
Right.
blew me away.
Right.
And when I got old enough and come out of my shyness and my shell, I asked him, I said, well, how do you do that? He said, you don't think about it. You hear it and you play
And
it.
you play.
And I didn't know that I had that ability
Right.
till I tried.
Right.
Because I was known for not even playing on the higher register. Like, I got picked at in bands. We had other musicians coming up.
Right.
You can't play. Kick me to the back. That
Yeah.
type thing. But
Yeah.
what I did is I eventually decided to do what I felt comfortable in doing.
Yes.
What I was, in my mind, in my head,
Yes.
good at.
Yes.
And that is playing low to medium register, smooth, without a lot of sting.
Right.
And it worked. But as time went on, and I'm getting older and older and wiser, whatever. I mean, I mastered that range where I could drop in the middle of a set in a song with a split. Like, it just came to me. So, to answer your question, I didn't listen to a lot of musicians. I listened to vocalists.
Okay.
So if you hear me playing Before I Let Go, Frankie Beverly, had done that one in a long time. How about Joy and Pain?
Right.
If you listen to my style and the way I'm playing it, it emulates Frankie Beverly's voice.
Right.
And that's what makes my music different than Trombone Shorties, per se, Wyclef, Brian Culberson, Jeff Bradshaw, these guys, who are awesome musicians.
Right.
But again, I strive to have my own sound. It's smooth jazz. It's not hip hop.
Right. Right. You know, when I was trying to do the hip hop thing, I kind of relate to what you were saying when you pretty much said you hear them sounds in your head and you pretty much just put it out there.
Right.
And that's kind of like how hip hop is in a way. You know, hip hop producers in particular, you know, when they hear a specific, you know, melody or sound in their head, they just go and put it down.
Right.
It may be a little different if you don't play instruments. You'll get an SP 1200, or which used to be the thing back in the day.
Excuse me.
All right. And we have what's called the Akai. You know, the Akai machines.
Right.
Different versions. You have the Renaissance, and you got some of the ones of today now.
Right.
Which is part of the whole Renaissance thing. But, you know, they drop it, they put it down. And Tribe Called Quest was one of the groups that was known for putting together the jazz sounds with hip hop.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it comes out really, really good. My boy, Large Professor, he does the same thing. He's done that as well. Put the jazz together, the hip hop, and it sounds wonderful. Do you think that you would ever come together with a hip hop artist and maybe do a song or two, blend jazz with hip hop? And have you ever thought about that? And if you did, you know, what artists would you like to work with? Would you like to work with today's artists, or would you kind of like maybe move in the realm of more of the seasoned artists like Tribe Called Quest or people like that who...
You go on a trip when I tell you this. I have thought about it. There's only one artist that comes to mind that I would like to work with.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even say he's hip hop. He's more R&B.
R&B.
Yeah,
Okay.
CeeLo Green. And that's because his texture is similar to what I do, and it wouldn't be difficult for us to mesh.
Okay.
Now, the reason I was smiling when you was talking about that is because I have a few shows that I do. I have a solo show. I have a 3-piece show combo. Then I have a 4 or 6 piece band. But there's something that I've been talking about for a couple of years, and we've not done it yet.
Right.
With one of my favorite DJs. I don't want to get in trouble. One of my favorite DJs.
I got you.
And by the name of Stacy Blackman. That's my boy, man. He, I don't know what it is. He can't say, but every
Shout
time
out
I
to Stacy
that's
Blackman.
right. He knows. He digs the trombone. He digs what I do. And every time I post something, he's complimenting. He's dude, man, you da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, we should collaborate. He said, yeah, we should. We drop it next Thanksgiving.
Right.
Still nothing next Thanksgiving. So you know, so I'm thinking of doing that type of show with a DJ.
Right.
With some other things going on stage. Again, being a trailblazer, I just put it out there, so we'll see it next week.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
somebody else will cop it.
Right.
But that's what I'm thinking when you start talking in that know in that realm.
Yeah, I think that would be very different, you know, if you were to collaborate with a hip hop artist, or at least have that hip hop feel.
Right.
And see what takes place, you know, with that.
Yeah.
You know, I think it would be awesome, man, because, like I said, your band, again, shout out to the band. The band is no joke. And I put on my page, I put a post up, because you had a post up of the band
As they was warming up.
It's Pat Metheny. You know, I love Pat Metheny's music. You just have a few. I can't even think of them right now. All of them.
It's a lot.
But They're very. They put me in this mood, man, where I just relax and chill. You know, it's something about the whole jazz feel that puts you in a whole nother state.
That's why I chose it. That's one reason I chose jazz when I embarked upon upon this career.
Right.
The other reason is jazz is not offensive to anyone.
Right.
It's smooth, it's laid back. It can be up tempo.
Right.
It can put you to sleep. It can wake you up, you
Right.
know, and not offend anyone with lyrics. You have some jazz that Ella Fitzgerald, you know, you got lyrics.
Right.
But I chose to do two things, and that is, you know, become a melodic, therapeutic
Right.
piece for people, humans,
Yes.
on the face of this earth.
Yes.
At the same time, start a revolution. You know, you're gonna see more trombone players
Right.
coming up. They may mimic my style. They may mimic Jeff Bradshaw's style. They may mimic, you know, Kenny Carr, somebody else's style.
Right.
But I do what God has given me to do,
Right.
and just try to do the best at it,
Right.
and hopes to touch someone. And when I'm done,
Right.
somebody else pick up the torch and they move right along with it. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I got
Gotcha.
places to go, things to do.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Now, I want you to let everybody know, because I think we're kind of pressed for time right now. Okay. So I want you to let everybody know where you're going to be performing, some of your future dates.
Okay.
If you have any CDs available, where they can get your CDs.
Right.
Let everybody know, brother.
Okay. Let's see if I can get all this in one. Excuse me. It's a
Fine,
lot.
that's fine.
So, we're doing, as of 3 years ago, actually, we started rebranding and focusing more on other sectors.
Okay.
We were doing coffee shops, which went to restaurants, which went to theaters, to festivals. It got bigger, bigger, bigger
Right.
as people got, you know, used to sound. So I said all that to say that I concentrate on more private, corporate theater festivals now.
Okay.
Not saying I won't take a restaurant gig or
Yes.
a high end restaurant. This
Right.
that it, you know, if it's appealing, we'll take it. We'll do it.
Right.
But we're doing more dinner clubs, jazz dinner clubs.
Okay.
On Eastern Seaboard,
Sounds
and that's
good.
why you see all those things on the Facebook where it's like, dang, he's in Maryland. Hold up, he's in
Yeah,
Alabama.
'cause you be all over, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
do Charlotte.
Right.
That's not by choice.
Right.
Most of the things in Charlotte are corporate and private. There's going to be some things that's going to pop up, and
Right.
people that's been waiting there have some places to come.
Yes.
So, in saying that, next week, I'm lost on my calendar right now. That's why I got somebody to help me,
Right.
my assistant. But somewhere around Christmas week,
Okay.
I have two holiday parties.
Okay. Is that going to be here or?
It'll be in Charlotte.
Okay, okay.
Two holiday parties. We do private sessions as well.
Okay.
Though, boy, you wouldn't believe they the best.
Right.
Nobody, they know what you're coming to do. They
Yeah.
know judgment, and they come to do what they gonna do, and
Gotcha.
we all come together and have a good time.
Right.
But after that, into the new year, I think the first thing that I have planned, I got a couple of churches that I'm going to be appearing. I don't know that I used to do that a lot.
Right.
It's coming back.
Yes.
So a couple of churches in Columbia area
Yes.
have called and want to know, you know, fees and whatnot, contact. So
Right.
you'll be seeing that stuff on Buff Bonejazz Dillard on Facebook.
Right.
Buff Bonejazz Dillard on Instagram.
Instagram, yes.
LinkedIn, I believe, is Buff Dillard Music.
Okay.
Pretty sure it is.
Okay.
But yeah, everything is posted there. Everything
Yes.
is posted on my website, buffdillardmusic.com.
You hear that? Buff Dillard Music.
.com.
There you go.
And everything is there. You can even purchase the music there.
Yes,
Everything
yes.
is digitally downloaded. I do have CDs.
Yes.
Reach out through email, buffdillard@gmail.com.
Right.
And I have some people that will get you the CD, and you know everything is Cash App or pay. Well, I don't pay, Cash App.
Cash App.
Yeah,
Cash App.
I'm not going to endorse nobody else.
Right. I got you.
But you know, CDs aren't selling that much anymore. Everything is digital.
Yeah.
At the shows,
Yeah.
a lot of people will purchase them.
Right.
Because they hear the music and then they're like, hey, I want to take a piece of you home with me. I'm
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
all you're going to get. I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
That kind of
Yeah,
thing.
the whole CD thing
Yeah,
is definitely out the door. I
You
mean,
know,
nobody's.
it's
You
on the
might
way.
find some CDs
Yeah.
here or there,
Yeah.
but for the most part, that's totally gone.
Yeah, yeah. So buffdillardmusic.com is
Right.
where you can find all the information.
Right.
And EPK, the electronic press kit.
Yes.
Everything is there in one place.
Right.
So you don't have to guess.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen. You need to check out my man Buff Dillard. I got him here on the show because I thought it was very important for everybody to see this man. And make sure you cop all of his music or as much of the music that you possibly can. Now, Buff, let them know one more time where they can go to get your music.
BuffDillardMusic.com, as Amazon.com, CDBaby.com, iTunes, Spotify.
Yes.
Any digital outlet, you can go do a search, Buff Dillard, and my music will rise. And I appreciate all the support
Gotcha.
and love that you
Gotcha.
guys giving me
Amen.
right now.
Yes.
I want to
Yes,
appreciate
indeed.
everybody around the world, all the fans that tuned in, the ones that aren't fans. I pray that you become fans.
Become a fan.
Yeah, and may the force be with you.
Yes. So we're gonna try to wrap it up right now. We're gonna try to get Buff Dillard back here. Will you come back, man, so we can do a more extended? Yes,
I'll be glad
yes,
to.
please. You know, we would
Glad.
kind of running behind, but it's all good. We here for you though. We made sure we got here to get this done. I'd like to say peace to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Peace.
Sir,
Thanks, Buff.
that flowed.